you guys gather, and you see a man step out in a purple corduroy suit, and he's got an umbrella, very like dark skin and a monocle and this long white beard that goes like past his waist. He's got a little watch fob and a monocle on a little chain, and you see that he steps out to the podium. You see he produces, as if from air, a little saucer with a teacup on it, and steps to the podium, being introduced, of course, first by from offstage. Ladies and gentlemen, your principal, Mr. Arthur Aguefort. You see that the sort of this old wizardly man steps out and says, "Welcome, one and all, to another exciting year here at the Aguefort Adventuring Academy, where we train the next generation of adventurers. And what is an adventurer? One who goes on adventures? I say that an adventurer is a hero. And what is a hero? A hero is someone with the strength of heart, courage of spirit, and the might of will to go to strange lands and enact violence on things there. We go to places where there are things that must be destroyed, and we destroy them, wandering from town to town, getting into trouble, meeting in flop houses and taverns, and getting into scrapes with the law, and otherwise finding ourselves engaged in all manners of tomfoolery and shenanigans, sometimes violent, sometimes fatal. Yes, fatal. A hero is a violent wanderer who enacts their will bloodily and with strange magics upon the world. But does a hero truly stand alone? No, the strength of the hero is the strength of the party. And what is a party? A gathering of friends, perhaps with some alcoholic beverages, some fun music. A jape for all of you. A party is a group that comes together to embellish each other's strengths and eradicate each other's weaknesses. A party is composed of those who have sworn themselves to each other to make themselves greater than the sum of their parts. Perhaps we have flaws within us. Perhaps we don't cast magic, and we need someone who can cast magic to help us when we need magic. Perhaps we're very tough and we can sustain a lot of injuries, but we need somebody who is very good at hurting people there with us as well. Perhaps we need a sneaky person to sneak. Not always. Sometimes you don't need that. But occasionally, in circumstances where you do need one, you really need one, right? With traps or other things like that. That is the meaning of party. And party is the meaning of hero. Never forget, all of you. Oh, that's bad. Never forget that the greatest magic of all is chronomancy, the magic of time. Welcome to your first year, freshmen, at the Aguefort Adventuring Academy! He turns into light, disappears. Cool. Towards the end of the day, you're all back in the assembly hall, and Principal Aguefort says, concluding this, our first day together here at the Aguefort Adventuring Academy, we will now begin the wonderful process of the Day of Fellowship. You all have the rest of the afternoon to meet with the friends you've made and form your first adventuring parties. This most critical afternoon will be you banding together for the rest of your time here at Aguefort. I hope you will find the people that you have the most in common with and that you feel the most excited about becoming heroes and solving the problems of the world through violence and strange arcana. Principal Aguefort and Mr. Gibbons walk into the room. You see that Principal Aguefort looks at people who have fallen here. Adine, you're covered in blood. Riz, you're covered in corn. He looks at Mr. Gibbons next to him, and you see, he says, "Death is a part of life, eternal and unforgiving. It exists around us in all places, for energy can neither be created nor destroyed.
Can you fucking do something or not?
Death is an old friend. It's a glass
Are there
of
clerics or priests or anybody here?
It's a spoon when all you need is a knife.
This is Alanis Morissette lyrics. I know I'm dead, but...
You see, he says, death waits for us all, with the exception of some immortal beings such as gods and vampires, some form of undead. But death waits for many of us. Maybe not elves. Elves are immortal if they live in their homeland.
Riz takes off down the hall and tries to find somebody else.
As you take off, you see he says, however, there are times when great magic can work wonders.
You motherfucker!
You see, he reaches into his coat and takes out a swirling ball of fire surrounded by pieces of like red feathers. You see, he says, the egg of the last phoenix. However, death will exact its price. There is foul play in this school. Only you can save us. A life for a life. Eh, Mr. Gibbons? You see Mr. Gibbons looks up and says, I'm sorry, what? And you see that Principal Aguefort takes out a gun and shoots Mr. Gibbons in the head. And then takes the gun and says, the price must be paid. Bam! And shoots himself in the head. Gorgog and Kristen, you come back to life.
What the fuck?
Wait, the lunch lady, what about her life? It could have counted for one of them.
You're all back at full hit points.
What the fuck is happening? What did you just do?
We gotta go, guys. Riz just starts like cleaning up.
You approach the gates, having passed from this mortal world, and you hear a warm voice beside you. Oh, my sweet girl, to behold the heavenly heights. And a warm hand rests on your shoulder, and you see Arthur Aguefort standing next to you. He smiles and looks at you, his little purple coat, and he says, well, it seems that you had lived a very holy life and had arrived at your final resting place, but I am afraid your work is not done. I'm going to crawl into your backpack, and if you can just go ahead and walk through the gates, they're going to straighten all this out.
Wow.
He
You're going to...
unzips your backpack and just starts to crawl in.
Hey.
It's all good. Just walk in.
What? It's all good?
It's all good. You see his face peering out from the backpack as he zips it closed. It's all good. Just walk in there and we're good.
How big is he? Is he like
He's a full
tiny,
human-sized
like
man.
Voldemort? Okay.
No, he's a full human-sized dude. He just gets in there.
Okay. And you just want me to walk through the gates?
Walk in there and everything will sort itself out. Just go ahead and go in there.
As you walk through the gates, you see that the figure of Helio himself, a bag of corn kernels at his side, long flowing beard. He looks at you. Wow, Kristen, it's so good to see you. I've known you your whole life, but now you get to see me face to face. This is great.
Whoa.
You see, he gives you the big hug. It's the warmest hug you've ever felt. As he's hugging you, you feel your backpack jiggling around. You see, he's clearly got his eyes closed in the hug. You feel Arthur slip out of the backpack now that he has passed the threshold of heaven. Shh, don't tell anybody. And winks and sprints into heaven as fast as he can.
Yeah, I just
The
figured
father.
Soul was kind of like similar.
He's in his office. He hasn't had anyone in a while. The angels are all starting to get worried. He's been very secretive since, the thing happened with you coming here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll go see him.
You walk. What's Kristen feeling as she's walking through the heavenly heights?
Over it. How is any of this real? This isn't. How did I end up here again? I did a lot more research.
You walk up, you see a bunch of angels look, and they say, "Oh, you have leave to enter this place. Sol has not seen fit to allow us entry in some time. He wishes to speak to a mortal only. Enter, but please be kind to him. He is our creator."
Yeah, sorry. I've kind of got a chip on my shoulder lately, but yeah, of course.
You enter the room, you close the door behind you, you look over, and the first thing you notice is a pair of feet with sandals sticking out from behind a desk. And you turn your head to look, and you see a long, bearded, white-robed god with sun unconscious on the ground. And you see standing on the desk with no pants and just boxers and a shirt with a crazy tie is Arthur Aguefort.
He goes, Kristen, thank goodness you're here just in time.
Did you kill God?
Oh no, I think he's just unconscious. I don't know if you can kill a god. The only way you can kill a god is to kill all of their followers in the prime material plane. Yes, great magic's at work here.
What is going on? Why are you dressed like a weird stripper?
What?
Why are you?
It's too hot in here. He's the sun. I had to take my pants off. I was sweating.
Why did you start with your pants? That's crazy.
I shed heat through my legs. Mostly.
Okay, yeah. All right, cool.
All right. Oh, my darling girl, you're here. Did it all work? Everything worked out. My mind, they were poisoning it. My body was a prison, so I had to kill myself to regain my intellect. And now I've made the god of the sun unconscious, and I've been running heaven behind their back. No one knows I'm in here. The angels all think that their god is still around. It's been quite some time, but you understand
Okay, that's the moment that I remember. Okay, there are antipsychotic drugs that are so good. It's like you don't even realize when you're going into an episode. It smooths your whole life out.
My darling girl, recreation is the highest form of self-medication, and I have realized long ago that the heart and soul of magic is having a good time.
So you're a god now?
Barely, but there's business. Golden Horde is Calvaxis.
I know, we know that. He just killed me.
Oh no!
Yeah.
We have not much time. Listen, all right. I am going to clean up around here a little bit more. I've been in the corner for a long time.
Jesus Christ.
I've been holed up in here for quite some, a while. So, what you need to do is this. There's a door past here. It is a door to the void.
Okay.
The source of all divine energy.
Okay.
You understand that soul is one god of many.
Oh, cool. I always thought that.
All gods gain their power from beyond that door. And you see a door at the end of a staircase. The door is not gleaming and golden. It is shifting gray with a cool energy to it. You see, he says, if you wish for answers, that is where the gods go for theirs.
Okay, cool.
Arthur Aguefort says, how did it go in there?
It was interesting. And now I have a really enthusiastic God that I praise. He's kind of like the person you invite to the party, and then 10 minutes in, you're like, oh, this is gonna take a lot of mental energy.
You've created a new deity and already you're fed up with it.
Right?
I would say that's par for the course. Now, I'm gonna kick this door down and shoot all of these angels in the head. We're gonna run. We're gonna run for the exit. All right?
No, what? This is you popping in my backpack again.
All right. What's that?
When you hopped in my backpack, you just went, shh, a whole bunch.
Ooh, very clever. He crawls into your backpack.
No, I didn't.
He says, all right, get out of here. If you stop walking, I'm gonna jump out and start shooting.
Okay. I just keep walking.
You walk to the gates, you get there, you see that the guardian angel at the gate says, I'm sorry, I don't think you are able to. You see Arthur reaches out and goes, and just in the shoulder, and he says, run! It's all right, it's just a wound, just an injury. What do you do?
I sprint out of there.
You sprint, leap, you start descending back to the world. You see the gym appearing before you. You see that Arthur goes,
Now, I'm going to be occupied. The moment we arrive,
he starts putting his pants back on and doing his tie and getting his umbrella.
I will be occupied. The moment that we arrive back there, listen to me. Remember, you have all the time you need, all right? We can save your friends. Remember, Kristen, the greatest magic of all Do you remember?
Is friendship.
What the is wrong with
Greatest
you?
magic of all.
The greatest
This winter at Disneyland.
Friendship? Are you a friendship? Friends die all the time.
Magic
What
of
an
all.
insane.
The greatest magic of all is the devil making us believe he doesn't exist.
No, that's a saying.
No.
Listen to me. Friendship, love, all this. Love is the greatest magic of all. So in a war, and a mother and her children get iced in an alleyway outside of their home, was the problem that they didn't love each other enough? That's crazy, Kristen.
Yeah, I know.
That's crazy. Love is not magic. Magic is magic. Love is love.
Okay, what's the answer, cokehead?
Chronomancy! As I said, at your first day, the greatest magic of all is chronomancy. Around your neck, by your dog tags.
Uh-huh.
My watch.
Cool.
Boom! You guys land back where you are. Arthur Aguefort appears on the battlefield.
Oh, he's back.
Back. He appears. You see, he goes.
Is Arthur Aguefort black?
Yeah.
Hell yes.
You see that Arthur Aguefort lands
In a suit.
Yeah. My brother.
Arthur Aguefort says, "The watch, Kristen!" He looks over at Calvaxus and goes, "Ah, Calvaxus, I see you." You see that Mr. Gibbons appears out of nowhere. He goes, "Powerful feelings," leaps into Aguefort's throat. And you see that Aguefort goes, "Mr. Gibbons, see reason!" and clocks himself in the face. Arthur Aguefort stands up and goes, "Very well. All is right again."
You're just
you,
like
like,
alive?
alive
What
now?
is your deal?
Crazy.
What's my deal?
Are you alive?
What's my deal?
You've been alive.
I'm Arthur Aguefort. I am 500 years old. I snuck into heaven, and now I'm back, You see, this phoenix appears over him. He says, "That bird is the last phoenix. That bird. It is my paramour. This thought he could poison my tea. Well, you can't with a wizard, can you?"
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
No, you can't.
You see, he says, "Miss Avenant, if you would kindly read that prophecy one more time and pay attention to the words carefully."
When Calvaxus once again beholds his glittering treasure, and 7 maidens once more are chained at the mouth of his lair, when war befalls the realm, and a king and queen are crowned anew in solace, then will the Emperor of the Red Waste be released from bondage. His destruction will know no bounds, the sun shall fall from the heavens, and the world as we know it shall perish forever.
You guys look out the window and you see that Sol, the sun god, just straight up falls out of the sky and slams into the ground, still unconscious and tied up.
Wait, wanted this prophecy to happen because you.
You don't have to want a prophecy to happen or not happen. It just happens. His destruction knows no bound. The suns fall from the heaven, and the world as we knew it has perished. A new god has been created.
So my power is bull.
Everything in this world is bull, Miss Abernant. But understanding how is the key. Arthur Aguefort
My.
looks around and says, "I cannot tell you how proud I am of you all. I knew when I shot Mr. Gibbons and then shot myself in the head that you would take care of us all."
Just real quick, before
Thank
we
you.
exit the gym, I'd like to cut off that man's hand.
Oh,
Yes, you
dang.
cut off
Oh,
Dane's hand.
Great, and I just while no one's watching, I just
Dude, put
pocket
in his
it.
eye. You don't have an eye. Take his eye.
The ball.
Take
The
his
ball.
eye, man.
The ball.
Do you want me to bite it out for you?
No, the
I'll
ball.
bite it
See,
out.
Arthur says, "Yes, violent, deranged lunatics. Exactly the thing this school was meant to produce. There's only one way to make a difference in this world, and it is to freak the out all the time and just right up."
Chaotic good.
You see, long after the night's going on, all your parents are there. There's cop cars everywhere. Arthur Aguefort walks up. You see that the federal agent shows up. She's like, "These kids have got to go." Arthur Aguefort looks at all the federal
I
agents.
disguise myself as her.
Arthur Aguefort says, "Well, I'm confused because you're saying one thing, but you over here say another. Agent Worrell, should I arrest the children or no?"
I think you should arrest Angela.
He freezes her in a block of ice.
Wild! Do any other federal agents want to step to Arthur Aguefort on the grounds of his school? That would be my question. Seems like no.
Okay, I'm Freezer. That was me. I'm sorry.
He stops it, and you see he just goes, we'll handle this the correct way. Boom! All the federal agents go blank and go, everything's good. Nothing here's against the law. And they walk away. And he goes,
Adventurers, do whatever we want with no consequence. The Aguefort way. Absolutely.
Will you make Galir the vice principal?
Young lady, I have no idea who that is. And I'm telling you right now, yes. I will make whoever that person is.
He's currently the lunch lad. You'll meet him soon.
The lunch lad? How festive! He shall be my vice principal until the ending of the world.
Well, well, well. What an exciting year at the Aguefort Adventuring Academy. We defeated Calvaxus, a new god was born, and I killed myself. All in a year's work. But